Oh, I could just imagine. As you were singing, I could visually see families sitting around going, what are we doing? And then see their loved one up on stage conducting. And you can't tell me they are not just weeping because of what they are seeing.
Mm.
Oh, this is so good. Let me talk about a pivotal point.
Yes, please.
Because we always talk about pivotal points. Everybody has pivotal points in their lives. I need to read this to you. You did an interview with AccessWire.com in March 25th, 2021. And they quoted you saying, quote, in a corporate career, he lived in a limiting and frustrating pattern every day. Without being able to incorporate his strategies and support others the way that he wanted, Heinz realized there were two options. One, continue to compromising more of his time and effort into something he did no longer believe in, or to follow the voice of his heart and change courses. On a vacation to the desert of Africa, he was able to connect with a clear vision and follow it with intention. Heinz took his stand and set his path to become the entrepreneur who felt to be deep inside with him. He made a course correction. This was a huge milestone, a huge turning point in your life, both your mental state, both your career state. Heinz, please take us into that space. When you were there, how nerve-wracking was that decision for you to step into the unknown because you were betting on yourself and not what people were telling you you're crazy?
Yeah. Now, when I listen to what you just read to us, Cameron, I'm right there, back there in that space. And I remember that the voices up here comparing possibilities, alternatives, softer ways and everything. And deep down inside, there was this belief. Actually, it was more than belief, it was faith. And it was connecting again with my granddad, the inner knowing that this is going to be my path. Jump from the cliff, so to speak, trusting that the angels on my way down to the beach in Florida, which I love so much, will be delivering the wings. So, yes, I will never regret having made that choice. It's again the same thing, connect and commit, meaning commit to clarity and connect to the voice of your heart, and then follow your guts. When I look back, it was rather a big challenge because it was totally unknown. What I had actually was an outstanding network of human beings with excellent connections, from business life, from my officer career in the Swiss Army as well, and many more. So those were friends, actually, I could bank on when I would need advice or so. And actually, a good number of them would come towards me and say, Heinz, I know you so many years now from your career. I have actually a problem that needs to be solved in my company. Would you come and do a workshop with my executives? You know, such things would happen. And my goal was, written down, by the way, on my first day as a self-employer, I'm going to sign the first client. And the first client that I would sign on the first day was Emanuele, a future friend. And I walked him through the Lex process. that contains who are you, identity, what is your mission, life mission, and what is your vision, all the way through. He was a successful entrepreneur in Switzerland, selling office machines, and so he had a Ferrari, a very successful, an Italian, Emanuele. And after the Lex process, he made a new choice. He found out that his hobby, diving, sea, was his mission to share this beautiful part of the world under the water with those who will gain so much and gifted in total richness of this fantastic world down there. And he sold his business. He opened a scuba diving school on the island of Mauritius, and he moved. And that gave me then the possibility a few years later to visit him. And I was quite fearful, with this thing down there and all of that. And thanks to him, Emanuele, I trusted him 100%. Whatever he told me on the water and signs, and so I just followed. I felt safe with him. After that time, he opened the second and the third scuba diving school. So apparently, obviously, very successful and very fulfilled. I saw the changes in his personality. He would grow into a form of gentle wisdom. And you could see it on his face and the way he would speak to the fishes, when we would dive together. It's just outstanding. So this is my first client who, you could say, he says, thanks to the Lex program, he was able to connect with his mission and his vision. Yes.
Oh, and because of this shy, this unknowing boy who had to make a decision at age 14, who could not speak, who could not have the confidence at that point in his life, made a decision that I will not allow fear to cripple where I'm supposed to be. You have heard through this entire conversation the manifestation of our future self into our present self through this conduction, this full symphony. You can see full circle now how Heinz is one of the greatest conductors in the world globally. May not just be in music, but we're talking about human connection, human interaction, and being able to inject life into dead life, meaning not knowing your purpose, not knowing your value, your mission. This is so unbelievable. Now, I know there's more we could ask, 100%. Guys, I know you're begging for more, and we are. Here's how much of a leader Heinz is. He is a servant leader. He actually has a wonderful treat for us, a great treat for us. And as you watch, if you're listening again, if you're on Spotify or Apple, this is the part you want to jump over to YouTube, because he is going to deep dive into some slides that he's prepared specifically for us to help us become better. Heinz, I'm going to just allow you to take this over, walk us through what you've prepared, because I'm going to sit back like a fly on the wall and just be in awe and cannot wait to impart and imply all of the things and the steps that you're giving into my life. So when this drops, I cannot wait. I have the biggest smile on my face.
So at this point, Cameron, dear audience, I want to share with you in a short moment and give you insights about the 7 laws of leadership that I have been searching for, done research for many years, and they are in application all over the planet since almost 30 years now. And that is just fantastic to see. I'm humbled when I say, and in big gratitude when I see how they have shaped and produced impact, a very positive one, to all the participants and the corporations with these future design processes. So let's look at the slide 1. The first leadership law, you can imagine this to be a pyramid with 3 perspectives, actually. It's the why perspective, it's the what perspective, and the how perspective. The how perspective is the activity, answering the question, how do we do what we do? The other one is the what perspective. That is telling us, what are you focusing on when you do what you do? Because focus reaches clarity, and clarity is power. And then comes the why. What results can you expect by applying this specific law of leadership 1, 2, 3 to 7? So here on that first slide, we look at the leadership law number 1, which is the foundation. The law is, where there is no purpose, there will be no power. And most of us can very easily connect to that, because so many are in a job which they don't like really. So when things get out of whack in the context of purpose, then we can no longer produce and express our full power. If, technically speaking, on a level from 1 to 100, if we were asked how much meaning you feel that your job that you are in now does give you, and then the average would maybe say 72 or so, then that means that tomorrow when you go to work, you engage 72% of you at the level of 100%, which makes you tired because you fight against you at a level of 28. So then the calculation is your racehorses, 72, here's the limit at 72. The difference to 100 is 28. Now these 28, those are the decreasers. And you need to deduct them from 72, you end up at 44. So half of you is no longer present really at work. And this is where there is no power, no purpose. Look, the core thing here is the essence. Meaning is the innate power of leadership. Meaning. So what's the meaning of your day today? What's the meaning of that project? What's the meaning of this team? What is the meaning of this goal? Where there's no purpose, there will be no power. And here's the call to action for all of you, for all of us. Fuel your inner compass with forward energy. You remember? Thought, picture, emotion, do it. Now, slide number 2. The leadership law number 2 that comes next is where there is no vision, there will be no passion. What that means is, at the essence, it's about what we already have discussed together. It's about spending airtime with your future. You remember when I said lean back, close your eyes, you're out in nature, a comfortable place, and then you do what I said, spending airtime. Watching the Future channel on a daily basis. Airtime, because the essence is airtime with the future is a truly magic potion. Nothing less than that. And here's the call to action. Sow and grow your magnets in the future. Sow and grow your magnets in the future. Remember we said Harvard study in 1979, hey, it's good enough if you have signed up with the 3%. Okay, then that leads us to the slide number 3. The leadership law number 3 on top now is where there is no focus, meaning clarity, there will be no freedom. We either align our energy, our resources in order to do this. If not, we end up in no freedom in our activities. The essence here is a shared focus one in any team is the queen of alignment. Once we have clarity in our team about this specific project or goal or challenge, whatever it is, then we will move mountains. I've seen it so many times in processes, as well outdoors when I was with 35 top executives globally responsible for the logistics of that large corporation. I had them go through deep experiences out in nature in the Swiss mountains. We ended up totally exhausted in the eternal snow, about 9,000 feet. And up there, after many challenges, like building over a canyon, a wooden bridge, where on the other end, nobody is there. How do you do that? And such, you know. Now, on top of this glacier, they got a new project. The briefing was short, it was 3 minutes. It was, you have from now, that was 11 a.m. in the morning, till about 2 minutes after 7 p.m. when the sun sets, you have that moment of time to build the highest bank of the world. So you can see those 35 executives were the logistic top shots globally for this bank. You have these hours to build the highest bank on the planet, represented by the Gizeh pyramid in the measurement 1 to 7. That is about 40 tons of snow and ice. And tonight we celebrate the opening of the bank. So there's a customer lobby and everything. And when you see what that means, where there is no focus, there will be no freedom. On the video, you can see after the briefing, they start actually like exhausted, and still they do the work, and it's going that way. Then bring them back together, half circle, and say, what is the picture that you have on your mental screen? we had over 20 different pictures, which you can then observe in the activities. Then we did 2 iterations until we got down to 1 picture. From that moment, Cameron, dear audience, you can see remarkably how the teamwork reaches the next level, how the passion, the willingness to achieve this seeming impossibility. Wow. Then they reach the goal. The sun sets, and thereafter, what they did not know, we had Nick and Simon with us, world-class chefs, kitchen. They have prepared a 4-star meal out there in the cabin, and they brought this meal for us on hot plates, deliciously prepared, and in the lobby of the bank, ice around you, candlelight dinner, everything. I've never seen so many top executives in tears. Not just because they are exhausted, just because they have gone through an experience what top class, world-class logistics means in these challenging circumstances. And so this brings us back, where there's no focus, there is no freedom. The shared focus 1 is the queen of alignment. Here is the call to action. Increase your clarity until indecision leaves you. That's my call to action to all of us. Number 4, where there's no commitment, there will be no achievement. You probably can refer to this, if not from your own life, then from observation of others. Now, the essence is the following. Look, what we can conceive and believe, we can then achieve. So again, thought, picture, emotion, this pattern to the point. That's the essence. And my call to action for you is foster your determination until doubt says bye. Foster your determination until doubt says goodbye. It's again clarity from my granddad and connect with the voice of your heart and all of that. Now you start seeing the whole picture of me, and it's not at all about me. It's about all of us as leaders on our individual path. Number 5, do you want me to continue or not?
Look, to this, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to stop. I'm going to stop, Heinz. I'm going to stop you here for this simple reason. He has opened up a world-class global training for the last 30 years, and he's given us a little insight. Now, I would love all of you to replay what you have just learned from him, because what he has given you, people pay and they do blood, sweat, and tears to go through the program that he is putting them through. And I'm stopping him because I want it to be done in justice. I want people to think and really apply those first 5 principles, because those first 5 principles, I will tell you right now, if you were to share that to 100 people, 50% of them won't even pay. They won't listen. I've heard this before. I know it. Right. You know it, which is why you're in this situation. You're still in. Fine. Move on. The other 25% of you will listen to maybe half of that. So we'll say you'll get through 2.5 points, but then you'll get doubt, fear. You'll get, oh, this isn't working. You will cut yourself short because that's what you're used to, and that's what is comfortable for you. Then the other 25%, there will be a small portion of you that will actually go through all 5 and really go, okay, this can work. and you will put a little effort, you'll put a good amount of effort. I'll say not a good amount of effort into it. There are going to be a small handful of you out there that will take all 5 principles and you will apply them into your life, and you will say, in 30 days, I am going to put a deadline, a timestamp, and a mark. In 30 days, I want to become a better version of myself, in 30 days. And you will walk that path, and you will have that path. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's my call to action. Here's what I'm going to say to you. Those of you that are listening globally, when you have reached that pinnacle and you've come to that and you can outline it and you've written it, you are going to take a picture of this. You will email it to, I will have the email link here. You will email that link and you will say, this is what I did for 30 days. And at that point, it will come to me. And when I see that, yes, you have actually applied everything that Heinz has given to us. He has given us his time, his talents, his love, his heart, his inspiration of who he is. When you take the picture and you send it to me in an email, I will forward that to Heinz. And at that point, he can send you the remaining the remaining parts of this process. There's 7 points. I will tell you, I will be 100% blown away when I receive those. When I see those emails. Those emails are here. So if I'm not sick, my email, you guys know my email. It's the archstudyofyou@gmail.com. I'll have it on there. You'll send it to me. Why not the Heinz? Because I want Heinz to know that there are still dreamers out there. There are still people who believe in themselves. They believe in the process. They just needed somebody like Heinz's father and his grandfather to push them out of comfortability. Because the thief of everything is envy. We know that. But one person asked, and I forget who it was, I think it was Helen Keller, but don't quote me on it. I'll have the actual quote here. They said, is your life hard because you can't see? And the person said, no, an unfulfilled vision is a worthless life. You guys, I am blown away with the amount of knowledge that we have received today. This episode will be played not for now, but for generational. This is going to change generation. Oh my gosh, my good friend Heinz, I love you. I love what you are doing. I love that you have taken time out of your day to be here with us. This has been a journey. A movement of inspiration. Oh, we cannot thank you enough. How do we get now? How do we follow your journey? Not how do we get a hold of you? Because to get a hold of you, I am going to protect you on this. But how, if we want to get hold of your company, if we want to be part of the leadership to go through this process, how can we reach out to your company so we can follow you? Tell us what you're up to. Oh, and the book that you have coming out, if you want to give us a little teaser on that, I would love that.
The manuscript for that book shall be delivered by the end of this month and shall be published this upcoming summer. And it is an extended edition of the original bestseller. And it has an additional perspective for all of us who are ready to lead from the future. So it's about a chapter, Leader Shift, when it comes to producing, to manifesting life value, when it comes to lead an organization and lead yourself to the pinnacle of your uniqueness. That is what this is going to be about. And it includes, naturally, the 7 laws of leadership, because they are this powerful foundation for the whole thing. And You can reach me on several websites. HeinzKaegi.com is one of them. And you find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, on all the social media channels. Just when you Google Heinz Kaegi, and you will have several pages full of information and possibilities. And if you want to attend one of the in-person events, for instance, in the United States, the next one, speaking from now, is end of August in the Salt Lake City area. And you can check on the event calendar on the website, the specific dates, and then you get in touch with us, and we will make a selection call, because I'm joining Cameron. We have only a limited seating available. Why? Because I exclusively work with those 5% of the 100% who come with their commitment from the heart. Because I want to know ahead of time, before we start off, that you are going to be crowned by success. That's when we start.
Oh my gosh, guys. This has been a labor of love, this entire conversation. It isn't. It's been a conversation. I just need the world to know that the legacy that Heinz is leaving behind is going to change everybody. You don't have to just be a CEO. Yes, Heinz focuses on, you heard him, the percentage that he will deal with. Okay. If you take that and understand the gift that he just gave us the last 10 minutes on the first 5 levels, he wants to see your commitment. If you will commit to do it 30 days, you send me the email, I will send it to him, and then I will send you, with his permission, then I will send you, I'm not going to send you his email, but I will send you the information, because the commitment needs to be there, because what he's giving you is life-altering, life-changing. He is giving you hope in to change, become the best version of yourself, live your most authentic and genuine self every single day, fulfilled with love and passion. Good night. Before we let you go, I have 2 quick questions.
Please.
This interview is I'm going to need a nap after this one, a long nap. First, I'm going to go give the hot wife a hug and a kiss, and then, as I know you will, to your queen. Thank you, Regina, because I know we are taking time away from her, but we need to say thank you to her as well, because of her love and commitment for you to be a light to the world. Heinz, if you were to see your 5-year-old self today, what do you think he would say to you?
The 5-year-old Heinz. Let me tune in with him. Yeah, no, I'm there. The 5-year young Heinz tells me, I'm grateful for your increasing respect for me and my being, and for your insight and understanding that the 5 years young boy, that I am the only human being that is with you from the first breath to the last. I'm very grateful for you to treat me that way, increasingly. And then he'd say to me, and I look so much forward to further exploring the world together with you and to creating an economy of heart for the next generations to come.
Oh, I can just feel that. I can just feel that energetic movement, that this movement through me. Pascal Bachman says something really great. He says, things don't happen to me, they happen through me.
Yeah.
And this conversation has been a movement through Heinz, through him to all of us that are listening, watching, and feeling that heartbeat, that musical beat. Oh, this has been absolutely a gem of gems. Before I let you go, I need 5 books. We will have the book that you've already written. If you want to send me the cover of the book that will be published, we'll have both of those books. You guys can see it right here, watch it on screen. Those are the books, the one that he's written and the one that will be coming out. The 5 books you would recommend anybody to read, whether they're spiritual, personal development, business development, anything that you would say, these are the 5 books that I would recommend you to read.
A Course in Miracles, Think and Grow Rich, and The Best Salesman in the World that's the book from Mandino. And one more that is Power versus Force.
Man, that is so good. Guys, we're going to have all the links to the books. You'll have a link that will take you to an Amazon page. You can buy all these books. It'll be fantastic. Look, there is a reason why the show last year was in the top 25% globally most shared. It is because we have individuals like Heinz who come on and impart knowledge and wisdom to make this world a global change for good, a place worth living and leaving a legacy behind for those that come. Thank you all for all the likes, the shares, the comments, the reviews. The reviews I love reading them and getting back to you. I answer all your DMs that you send to me.
Wow.
I answer them all because this show is life-changing. It changes life. It changes perspective. And we have been taught by a master of masters of masters. This man is the master who we heard from earlier this year from Pascal and who we heard from earlier from his beautiful wife, Dr. Sass. You can see the evolutional flow up to the person who has changed, them who has changed, and they have changed thousands, and they will continue to inspire and change. This has been another phenomenal, electrical, symphonic, if you will, conduction of brilliance. Guys, I love you. Keep up, keep inspiring. Heinz, thank you for being part of this project, being part of this episode. Until next time, go become the best version of yourself, live in that zone of genius, break through that upper limit, and have a great rest of the day.
Thank you very much for having me.
I need to give a shout out to my biggest sponsor, Warrior Energy Drink. The reason why we partnered together is because we have the same mindset, we have the same drive. We're for the people, we're about the people. Look, Warrior Energy Drink has 0 sugar options, and they got water as well. Low calories, great taste, very affordable, no crash, big energy fast, high in B vitamins, awesome design, culture design, 160 milligrams of caffeine. Other energy drinks have way too much, and they're always giving it back to their community. They're paying it forward. Partner with them, guys. Click the link below. Go get yourself your own Warrior Energy Drink and go crush today. Hey, everybody. I want to take this quick second here. A lot of you have asked me, what journal do I use? My family use? Simple. This journal right here. See, my buddy Craig Smith has spent years and years developing a journal that takes everything that's up in here and puts it on paper so we can be edified and grow. So if you don't know what to write about, which oftentimes happens, he gives you ideas. And if you want power statements, things that say, I am this, it gives you those ideas. Now, when you look at on one page, it says, this is what I'm accomplished. This is what I am statements. And there's a quote every single day that you get to write on and focus on. The second page is write your daily thoughts, get it out of your head, put it on paper to be the best version of yourself. The link's down below. Listen, I get no money for this. It's just, I believe in this journal. I love this journal. It's changed my life, my family's life. And if you want, it'll change your life as well.